Hello everybody and welcome. Tonight we are playing Marvel Champions for the Solo Champions League. Solo Champions League takes the win-lose condition of Marvel Champions and ranks you based on how well you did. Check it out, there's a link below of all sorts of information. For Season 2 Round 2, which is what we're playing tonight, we're going to do 3 entries right in a row, bam bam bam, and then we will be done with Season 2 Round 2. It's actually the last day, so if you are interested, you're a little late. But Round 3 starts tomorrow, no big deal. Jump in and out whenever you can. So, we are playing today with Rhino and, what was the other one? Yes, the Doomsday chair versus She-Hulk with the aggression aspect. Now, there were a few good choices this week. What were they again? They were She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Black Panther. I don't really like Black Panther with aggression, and I, at the time, didn't own Miss Marvel. I do now. I got it literally in the mail today. But I decided to go She-Hulk just because I know her better, and I already know she works very well with aggression. So she was my choice. So we start with the break-in, which we just turn it over, and we're good to go there. We start with, what is it, 6 cards? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we can get started on this thing. So first off, I just want to see, do we have anything here that we can use? Choose and discard up to 5 cards from your hand. Remove 1 threat from the scheme for each. Oh, it's an event, unfortunately. Well, there's no minions, so we'll get rid of a relentless assault. We'll get rid of legal practice because there's no scheme. And I think that's it. That'll be it for our mulligan. So we'll discard those 2 and draw 2 new cards before we start our first turn. Okay, choose an enemy. That enemy attacks you, deal 5 damage to that enemy. So what's... Oh, we didn't actually put his health out there, did we? No. Rhino starts with 14 health, and I'm going to see how much I can get rid of in the first turn. Because we are playing aggression, there's not going to be a lot we can do about threat in the scheme and stuff like that. So we're going to focus solely on just taking Rhino out. I would like to do a split personality, so how can we do both? So if I reserve 3 cards to spend on split personality, I'd still have enough to do 1-2 punch or toe-to-toe. We're going to switch to She-Hulk, dealing 1 damage in the process. Then, what's this? Does this 5 damage? This does 3 damage and another 3 damage, so it's pretty easy to say toe-to-toe is the winner. So we're going to spend 1-2 punch to use toe-to-toe. Choose an enemy. That enemy attacks you. Deal 5 damage to that enemy. So we're going to do 5 damage to Rhino, bringing him down to 8 health right away. He is going to attack me, and his attack is 2 plus whatever this boost card is, 3. And we will just take that. Down to 12 now. So that was our beginning of our turn. And then I'm going to attack with She-Hulk, bringing him down to 8, from 8 down to 5. We're going to spend all 3 of these to trigger split personality, change your form, flip your identity card, then draw up to your printed hand size. All right, let's get 6 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see what we can do. Well, we're going to spend both of these energies, Genius and Strength, to get Nick Fury out there. Nick Fury is going to allow us to draw 3 cards. Or we could do Attack. Huh? We'll just draw the 3 cards, I think. Do you want to get Superhuman Law Division out there? What do we want to spend to get that out? Let's go ahead and spend our ground slam to get Superhuman Law Division out. I can exhaust it and spend a science resource, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Fortunately, there is no threat right now, but there probably will be at some point, right? And I would like to keep You'll Pay for that and Gamma Slam, just in case. So, still have Nick Fury in play. What we're going to do is probably attack with him, right? Yeah, we're definitely going to attack with him, so he's going to take 1 damage, dealing 2 damage to Rhino in the process, bringing him down to just 3 health after round 1. Anything else we can do this turn? I think I want to pay... We're going to use You'll Pay for that and 1-2 punch to put super strength out here on Jennifer Walters. Yeah, that's going to be our turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, ready everyone up. 1 threat goes on the main scheme, but because we're Jennifer Walters, we're going to stop that from happening. Then he's going to scheme, and that scheme's going to be 1. Just it, that's it. 1 threat on the main scheme. And then we have an encounter card to deal before going into turn 2. And it is the Doomsday Chair. If MODOK is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for MODOK. Put him into play, engage with you. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, we got to put MODOK out there in play. And that's also going to put an acceleration token on things. MODOK, MODOK, MODOK. Really jumped right away on that, didn't we? Where are you, MODOK? Were you that close? Yep, you were right behind it. So, we do have that in play. Retaliate 2. After this character is attacked, deal 2 damage to the attacking character. Alright, so shuffle everything up, and that has 8 threat on the main scheme. 8 is a lot. Three, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and I guess it's my turn now. I thought we were going to have a fantastic first turn. Turned out that we got MODOK right away. Very well. So, well, 4 damage to an enemy if you pay for this card, blah, blah, blah. Focus Rage. We do want Focus Rage out. There's a lot of cards in my hand right now that I do want out very badly. Okay. Anything we want to do as Jennifer Walters? I don't think there is. I think first thing we want to do is turn over. And that is, after you leave this form, deal 2 damage to an enemy. That's perfect. Oh, 2 damage? If that's the case, I only did 1 damage to Rhino earlier, so that's an extra damage on him. So that's good. Then, I've got an attack of 3, 4, 5. That we want to use on Rhino if possible. If possible. I've got Drop Kick here. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you pay for this card using... actually. We're going to do it. We're going to use She-Hulk. 3, 4, 5 damage to MODOK. That's going to do 2 damage to She-Hulk. And this has to get discarded, but we now get to stun MODOK. That's some good news. Okay. Let's get my cards out. Forgot that part. Stunned MODOK. Oh, I meant to do that first. Shoot. I was supposed to be able to do that first, and I blew it. I blew it. How am I going to do this? I'm just trying to find a way. Trying to find a way to just take out Rhino real quick. I think we should just do it. Maybe not. Maybe the best is just to prepare. Right? Yeah, we're going to prepare. So we're going to use Drop Kick, Hellcat, and Toe to Toe to get Focus Rage out here. We're going to take that. They will deal 1 damage to ourselves to draw a card. And yes, we're going to use Relentless Assault. Attack. Deal 5 damage to a minion. If you paid for this attack using a punch resource, this attack gains overkill. Excess damage goes to the villain. So we are going to do 1, 2. That's going to do 5 damage. There's only 1 left for MODOK. So that's 4 damage to Rhino, which means Rhino is now going to phase 2. So we stunned him basically for nothing, unfortunately, but we got rid of Rhino very quickly. He's now at 15 health. And I think he has something. Search the encounter deck for breaking and taking. Put it into play. All right, breaking and taking. Where are you? Breaking and taking. There it is. That means an extra event card. Place an additional one here. So that's going to start with 3 threat on that scheme. 1, 2, 3. All right. Hopefully we don't scheme out here. That's my fear right this second. All right. So that was still turn 2. I'm out of cards. I spent my entire hand. So that is going to be the end of that turn. So we get 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 threat are going on the main scheme because of the advance token. Then he's going to attack. Just checking my option. I think we're just going to take the attack. So that's 3 attack plus a boost card, and that is 5 damage. Bring me down to 4. Yikes. Then he's going to get 2 of these cards. 2 encounter cards, unfortunately. They are attached to Rhino. When Rhino attacks, the attacks gain overkill. Damage to an ally from his attack. Perfect. Then it's Gang Up. This card gains Surge if you're an alter ego of the villain, and each minion engaged with you attacks. So he's going to attack for 6 damage, really? So I lose, right? Maybe not. I'm going to defend against this. So he does a 6 plus this boost of 0, so 6 minus 3 means I take 3 damage, so bring me down to 1 health. Okay. That's a turn. Alright, what can we do now? We're going to spend energy here to do To the Rescue to remove 2 threat from a scheme. We're going to make that scheme. We're going to get rid of breaking and taking. Don't want those extra encounter cards anymore. Then we're going to switch over to Jennifer Walters, and we're going to use Superhuman Law Division throughout. Exhaust Superhuman Law Division and spend a science resource. We're going to spend Chase Them Down, I think. No, we're going to spend Hall of Heroes. And that's going to remove 2 threat from a scheme. We're going to... 2 threat from a scheme, so I only get to pick 1. I think we want to get rid of breaking and taking for good. I know it's kind of a waste because that is only 1 threat going away, but I don't really have an option right now. And let's ready everyone up because we have to get ready for our next turn. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's see how terrible this goes. We have 2 threat going on the main scheme. Then he's going to... Oh, this also goes away because he did that. Scheme for 1, 2, and that 2 busts. That's it. We just lost our first match. Okay. I'm just going to shuffle this up and try again. Aggression's never been my favorite for solo, so we'll see if this changes for the next 2 attempts. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back and we are all set up for our second attempt at this. Now, hopefully this goes a lot better. We had a fantastic first turn just to get slaughtered in turn 3 by bad cards, bad timing, bad everything. Why can't all turns be like that first one? I think we'd be fine then. We'd be done in 2-3 turns. Doesn't always happen that way. So, we're going to start off with, we're going to get rid of legal practice because there's no threat in the main scheme and it's an event, so it's not going to do anything for us. We'll go to the rescue because, again, there's no threat on the main scheme. The other to the rescue, unfortunate, we have to get rid of both of those in the first turn. Hall of Heroes and Toe-to-Toe we will keep. So that's going to be 3 cards that we can draw for our mulligan. Okay, those are pretty good. Nothing we want to do for this side, so we're going to switch right over to Rhino, doing 2 damage right away to Rhino. I'm sorry, switch over to She-Hulk, doing 2 damage right away to Rhino. So let's see what we got. We're going to spend the power of aggression to get Hall of Heroes out here. After you defeat a minion, place 1 glory token here. Exhaust Hall of Heroes to remove 3 glory tokens from it. Draw 3 cards. That's good. Just got to get some minions out here. Probably toe-to-toe. Or maybe we should go ahead and just go right into Focused Rage. Let's do it. Let's get Focused Rage out there right off the bat. Boom. And we're not going to use it this turn. We're just going to leave it right there. We will do an attack for 3, bringing him down to 9. It's not the 2 health we left him at the end of the first turn last game, but we're getting set up, and I'm okay with that. So we'll go ahead and draw our hand size of 4, 2, 3, 4. Get a new threat on the main scheme. Then we're going to go ahead and let him attack us. We're just going to take it. It's an attack of 2 plus this booster of 2 more, bringing him down to 11. She-Hulk's down 11 health. We have an event card, and it is the Doomsday chair. Again? Really? I just shuffled that. If MODOK is not in play, search the encounter deck. Okay, MODOK's coming out. Exact same thing as last time. And then that has 8 threat on it, and a whatchamacallit token. Acceleration token. Alright, 8 threat. Gotta get that out there. 3, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's see what we can do about that. Here we are in turn 2. I'm actually kind of torn. I've got a few options I really like here. So we're going to do Focused Rage right away. We're going to lose a health, but we're going to draw a card from it. That helps. We could do 2 things now. We're going to spend energy to get Martial Prowess out here. Oop. There's that. Do I want to have Mockingbird? Or do I have a Relentless Assault? I think we're going to do Relentless Assault. So we're going to spend Genius. Or can I get Mockingbird? No, we're going to do Genius to do Relentless Assault, which deals 5 damage to an enemy. Wait, maybe not. Hold on. Go back. What we're going to do is spend Martial Prowess and Mockingbird to do Relentless Assault. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do that 5 damage right to MODOK. Okay. Unfortunately, it does gain overkill, but there is no over to kill. We will do our attack as She-Hulk. That's 3 damage. He has a retaliate of 2, so that does bring us down to 8 health. But MODOK is gone right away. That's what I want to see. And we do get to put a token on Hall of Heroes for it. Now we're going to switch to the She-Hulk side and ready up for our next turn. We got 1 card here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for our new hand. And let's get on it. So 2 threat goes on the main scheme, but because we're She-Hulk, we reduce it by 1, making it just 1 threat on the main scheme. Then Rhino schemes, who has a scheme of 1, and this is 0, so that's just 1 threat in the main scheme, and then 1 encounter card before going into turn 3, and it is hard to keep down. Rhino heals 4 damage. We can live with that. Bringing him up to 13 health. Okay. Now I can actually look at what we have. Wow, we actually have a few really good options here. One, two. Ah, man. These options are tough. Okay, we're going to. Did we exhaust? There's no reason to be exhausted, right? We didn't defend or anything. All right, let's turn over here. Oh no, that's right. We have to be on legal practice side. We want to do legal practice. So we can do up to 5 cards, 1 threat for each card I discard. We're gonna get rid of 2 ground stomps, and a 1/2 punch, I think. Yeah, those 3 cards are gonna get your 3 scheme on the break-in. So there's that. Not gonna be playing these turn, obviously. We will switch over to here. We'll take 1 damage for Focus Rage to draw a card. Ooh, we're gonna spend these 2 to get Brawn out here. After Brawn attacks, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So he's going to attack Rhino, taking 1 damage in the process. But he's going to remove 1 threat from this scheme, so that's good. And then we're going to go ahead and have She-Hulk attack for 3 against Rhino, bringing him right back down to 9. Alright, that's something. That's a good start to a turn. Alright, we get 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 threat goes on the main scheme. Then Rhino's going to attack. That attack is going to be... We're just going to take it. That's 2 attack plus this boost here. That's 3 damage. We're taking that down to 4. Then we're going to switch... No, we're going to take a... We have to take in a counter card. That's right. Before turn 4, we get an encounter card, which reads... The villain in each minion engaged view attacks you. So his attack is 2. I think we have to defend against that. We're going to defend, so 2, 3. We defend all of that. No, 2 of it. So we do take 1 damage. Down to 3 health. It is now my turn. We're going to use Focus Rage to draw a card and lose 1 health. Okay. Trying to figure out a way to get Superhuman Law Division out there. I think we have to spend something, right? What do I want to get rid of, though? So we're going to do Martial Prowess. That'll do 1. Attack Team will be 2. This will be the 3rd one. We're going to do that to play Split Personality, which we can draw 6 cards for. Because we're going to switch over to this side and draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we got. Oh, wait, no, not up. It's up to my hand size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 2 are still there on top. What do we want to do? We're going to have Brawn attacks. That's 1 more damage to Rhino. That's stuck. And that's going to be 1 threat off the main scheme also. We're going to spend Hellcat, I think. Yeah, we're going to spend Hellcat to get Superhuman Law Division out here. We're going to exhaust it. And spend a Science from our deck. We'll spend Superhuman Strength to get 2 threat from a scheme. We're going to take that off of the Doomsday chair. And I think that's all we can afford to do this turn. The rest of my hand's kind of spent, unfortunately. Yep, that is the rest of my hand. Okay, just checking things out. You attacked, so you do take 1 more damage. Okay, and we can draw up to 6 cards, so we get 3 more cards. Very well. So 2 threats going on the main scheme, but because we're Jennifer Walters, it's just 1. Then he's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3. That's 3 threat going on the main scheme. Then we have an encounter card before turn 5. And that encounter card reads Breaking and Taking. Place an additional 1 threat here. So that's going to have 3 threat on here. And it's going to make it so that we have to do an additional encounter card each turn. Oh, you know that, old chestnut. Okay, it's my turn again. Braun's going to attack. So that's 1 more damage to Rhino. And that's 1 threat off the main scheme, off a scheme, right? Let's go ahead. What do we want to do? We're going to reduce... Let's do the main scheme. Then, anything we can do from this side? We're going to do Superhuman Law Division to get 2 threats. Oh, that's right. Hold on. Before we do that, instead of... We're going to change that. We're going to say Braun did it off of the breaking... No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to do what we did. We're sticking to what we said. Superhuman Law Division now. Going to reduce this by 2. I have to spend science from my hand to do that. We're going to spend... toe-to-toe here, I think. Now we'll... Yes, we're going to spend toe-to-toe. Switching over to Jennifer Walters. Okay. What's the best way to do this? Dangerous territory. Oh, because I switched to Jennifer Walters, that's 2 damage. That's right. Bringing him down to 5. We're going to spend 1, 2... Yeah, we're going to spend Martial Prowess. And then 2, 3, 4 to get Nick Fury out. Nick Fury was going to allow us to draw 3 cards. Alright, now we're talking. Nick Fury is going to attack for 2, taking 1 damage in the process, but bringing Rhino down to 3 health. Then She-Hulk's going to attack for 3, bringing Rhino down to 0 health. Now, that's defeating Rhino, moving on to stage 2. I can search the encounter deck for breaking and taking, but that's already here, so that's taken care of. Since we just attacked, we're going to use Chase Them Down. Get this back up to 15 for our new Rhino. Now, how Chase Them Down works is, after your hero attacks and defeats an enemy, which we just did, remove 2 threat from a scheme. We're going to take that off of breaking and taking, saying goodbye to that side scheme. Okay. That's taken care of. I think we have to do Focused Rage, bringing us down to 1 health, and drawing a card. I think that's going to be our turn, honestly. I'm looking at my options, and I think that's it. Okay, let's ready everything up. Okay, so 2 threat goes on the main scheme. Then he's going to attack. We're going to have Nick Fury defend. So that's 3, 4 damage. Goodbye, Nick Fury. Okay. Then he has to do an encounter before starting turn 6. That encounter reads, the villain attacks you. Oh, shoot. We're going to have to defend against that. We don't have a choice. Oh, wait, no, Brawn will defend. We're going to let Brawn defend, I think. Unfortunately, I'd rather... You know what? No, we're going to defend ourselves. That's 2... No, we got to let Brawn defend. Sorry. Brawn 3, 4 damage. That's enough to get rid of Brawn, unfortunately. I'd like to keep using him, but that was not what happened. Okay, it's my turn. We're going to use Martial Prowess and Strength here to do Drop Kick, which does 4 damage to an enemy. So we're going to bring him down to 11 health. And then remove 2 threat from a scheme. Stun that enemy. Oh, sorry, no. Stun that enemy and draw a card. What am I talking about? Move 2 threat from a scheme. Wrong card. Then we're going to... That doesn't help. None of these are going to help me right now. We're going to switch over, or we're going to do an attack first for 3 damage, you think? No, we're actually going to thwart. We're going to take one threat off the main scheme. Then we're going to switch over to Jennifer Walters' side. No, we're not going to thwart. What am I talking about? We're not thwarting. We're going to switch to Jennifer Walters' side, and then we're going to heal for 5 health. That's better. But we're going to use Superhuman Law Division, discarding this to remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Okay? And that will be our turn. Alright, yes. 3, 4, 5. I have to draw 1 more card, which means we get an encounter card, which we'll deal with soon. Ugh. This is not going pretty. That's okay. We'll figure it out. 1 more card for our hand. Okay. Just looking at my options. They're okay options. So, we are at the villains phase. Gotta ready everyone up. 2 threats going on the main scheme, but because we're Jennifer Walters, it's just 1 threat, and he's going to scheme for 1, 2. Yikes. That is dangerous looking. Then we have to do an encounter card before going into turn 7. So we have 2 encounter cards to do. It's this one. Attached to a minion with the highest printed hit point value without a biomechanical upgrade. It gains Surge. So that's going to be a new one. And it is another one, which is Surge. And then another one, which reads, if MODOK is not in play, search the encounter attack and discard pile 4 MODOK. So that's another MODOK in play. Yikes. Alright, there's 8. That's another acceleration token. And where are we? Where are you, MODOK? Here he is. That's going to be nothing new. He's just there. Okay, and then new encounter card is biomechanical. When attached minion would be defeated, heal all damage from it instead. Then discard this card. There you go. So MODOK's not going anywhere, basically. What that says. At least it says that to me. Huh. Alright. Can't use Superhuman Law Division because I don't have the card. I don't have the right card type to do it. So we have to try and kill Rhino this turn. I think that's the only way. So we're going to switch over to She-Hulk, doing 2 damage to Rhino in the process. Bring him down to 9 health. Then we're going to use Focus Rage to take a hit, but draw a card. we are going to do a basic attack of 3, bringing Rhino down to 6 health. We're going to use Chase Them Down after your hero attacks and defeats an enemy. Oh, I didn't defeat an enemy. Never mind. I did not defeat an enemy. We're going to spend Relentless Assault to pay for 1-2 punch after you make a basic attack using your attack. Ready, She-Hulk. Okay? And then we're going to go, boom, for 3 more health, bringing Rhino down to 3. And then, anything else I can do in the meantime? No, I think we just do that one more time. We'll use Martial Prowess to spend on 1-2 punch again, readying She-Hulk, doing another 3 attack to defeat Rhino. Okay, that one was actually successful. I'm okay with that. 7 turns is pretty respectable. There is MODOK in play and so much threat going on. But we survived. You know, we can do Chase Them Down at the end to remove 2 threat from the scheme. So we'll do that. Goodbye. Whew. Alright, we're going to shuffle this up one more time and give it one last attempt for the Solo Champions League. We'll be right back. All right, we are all set up, and we're just going to get right into our final attempt at Season 2, Round 2 of the Solo Champions League. Before I do that, though, I do want to talk a bit about the Solo Champions League. Basically, you have, every week I give you a character, and you can pick the aspect that you use. Or I give you an aspect, and you have a choice of 3 different characters. We all play the same villain and module together. You get 3 attempts at it, and you send all your stats in. The kind of measured stats are how many rounds you took, which is why I use this little counter. Villain and minion health at the end of the game, hero and ally health at the end of the game, threat on schemes across the board. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. We get ranked every week for the round. There's 5 rounds to a season, and then there's an overall leaderboard. So that's 3 leaderboards you can compete in each time. We're introducing new elements for each season. Right now, all you need for Season 2 is the core box. There are some hero packs that we implement as well, but they are not mandatory at all. There's always other choices you can choose from. We are adding more to that rotating pool so that those things you need, those things that you can play with, change every single season. Looking forward to this next season when we do 2 rounds from the Rise of the Red Skull box, and then after that, it all becomes part of the regular rotation. Looking forward to it. So, we're going to start with Jennifer Walters here with our 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I said earlier, this is for Season 2, Round 2. Season 2, Round 3 starts tomorrow morning. And then there's 5 rounds in the season, so there's still time if you're interested. So any mulligans we want to do here? I don't think I want to do a single mulligan here. I think we just want this all to be okay. Yeah. We're going to go with this here. So we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4 to get Nick Fury out. And with that, we're going to draw 3 cards. We're going to switch over to She-Hulk. She-Hulk does 2 damage when she switches over. So we were at 12 health already with Rhino. And what did we draw? Ooh, we got Brawn. And we have Hall of Heroes, and we have Martial Prowess. I think we're going to go with Brawn. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 to get Brawn out there. 2, we got ourselves 2 allies already on the first turn. All right, 3 damage from She-Hulk, bringing him down to 9. We're going to go 2 more damage from Nick Fury, bringing him down to 7. And I don't think I'm actually going to use Bronze. We're going to leave him there. And I'm going to use him on the next turn to take care of Scheme. So let's ready everyone up. We're going to have Nick Fury defend us this turn, and we're going to draw our 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 threat goes on the main Scheme for starting the turn. Then Rhino attacks. We're going to have Nick Fury defend. So that is 2 damage plus 2 more. That's 4 damage. That's goodbye to Nick Fury. Boop. Then we're going to enter turn 2 after we do this last encounter, which is the villain attacks you. Okay, so we're going to take this attack. So that's 2 damage plus 1. So that's 3 damage to She-Hulk, bringing her down to 12 health. That's okay. We're going to let Brawn do an attack of 1. Bringing 1 threat off the main Scheme and 1 damage off of Rhino. We are going to spend all 3 of these to do split no, we're going to do an attack first, sorry. Before I do that, we're going to do an attack of 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Right? Yeah, it was 6, now it's 3. And then we're going to do all 3 of these cards spent. Yes, to do a split personality, switching over to the Jennifer Walters side and drawing 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's see what we can do to prepare for future turns. Legal practice we can't use. I guess we could get... We're going to spend... No, we'll keep legal practice. We're going to spend Relentless Assaults, both Relentless Assaults, to put Superhuman Strength out. Yes, alright, and that's going to be the end of our turn. We'll draw up to our 6 cards and ready everything up. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so 1 threat will go in the main Scheme, but because we're Jennifer Walters, we will stop that. Then he's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3 threat on the main scheme. Then we have to do an encounter card before going into turn 3. That encounter card is Advance the Villain Schemes. Yikes. So that's going to be, again, 2, 3 more threat on the main scheme. So that's 6 of 7 now. That is dangerous. Okay. So we'll have Brawn attack. That'll be 1 more damage to Rhino. And that is going to remove 1 threat from the main scheme. So there's that. Then we have Legal Practice, which choose and discard up to 5 cards from your hand. Remove 1 threat from the main scheme for each done this way. 1, 2, 3. Do we want to go with all 4? I'm considering it. We're going to go 3. So we're going to take 3 threat off the main scheme for Legal Practice. Then we're going to switch to Jennifer Walters, doing 2 damage and taking down Rhino to stage 2, which gets Breaking and Taking in play, I believe. That hasn't come out yet, so we gotta get it out of here. Let's get our Breaking and Taking going. Where are you? There it is. That takes 3 threat. Okay. Now we haven't attacked or anything yet, so She-Hulk is still available to us. We are going to attack now, I think. We're going to take Rhino up to his health of 15. Then we're going to attack for 3, 4, 5 damage. And we're going to stun Rhino in the process. So bring him down to 10. And he's stunned. He's stunned. And then we can ready everything up because that's the end of our turn. We get up to draw up the 4 cards. That's drawing 2 cards here. Have a You'll Pay for that. After the villain attacks you, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each damage you took from that attack. Okay, so that's going to be 1 threat going on the break-in for the beginning of the phase. Then he's going to attack me, but he actually fails to attack me because he's stunned. I forgot about that part. Then we're going to go ahead and he's going to, we have to do a event card. That's right. The Doomsday Chair. There it goes. 8 threat on the main scheme there. Oh, we have to do 2 event cards too because of Breaking and Taking. The Doomsday Chair. He takes out MODOK, and he's in here somewhere. There he is. There's his juicy face. Okay. And there's going to be 8 threat on that particular scheme. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yikes. We need to take Rhino out quick. We're going to go ahead and we have to do 1 more event card, and it is Hard to Keep Down. Rhino heals 4 damage. Okay. Had to see that coming, right? Alright, not a great setup here. We're going to do... Brawn's going to attack for 1. So that's going to be 1 more damage to him. But it's also going to take 1 threat off of the main scheme, right? Oh, from a scheme. So we could do either one. Let's take it off the main scheme, though. Or, yeah, the main scheme's going to be the best way for us to get through this. We need to survive, right? We're going to spend both of these to get Mockingbird out. And when she comes out, she stuns an enemy. So we're going to stun Rhino. Then she can attack him for 1 more damage, bringing him down to 12. And then we can attack him for 3 damage, bringing him down to 9. We are not going to switch sides. We're going to ready up and draw up to 4 cards. 2, 3, and 4. Do you have... We have You'll Pay for that. So after the villain attacks, you remove 1 threat from a scheme for each damage you took. We are going to be using that this turn. So, oh no, we have stun, so that doesn't happen. That's right. That's okay. So 2 threat goes on the main scheme because of the acceleration token. Then he goes to attack, but he's stunned. Then MODOK attacks, and he's going to do 2 damage. And I think we will, in fact, spend the power of aggression to do You'll Pay for That. And when I do, I get to remove threat from a scheme for the amount of damage I took. So I'm going to take 2 damage and remove 2 threat from the scheme. We're going to take it off the break-in. No, we're going to take it off breaking and taking, actually. So we can get rid of that. Then it is time for us to do 2 event cards. Unfortunately, it is 2 event cards before going into turn 5. And they are another MODOK, so that's 8 more threat. 8 more threat on a scheme, and another acceleration token. Then we've got legal work. You may flip to alter ego, exhaust Jennifer Walters, remove legal work from the game, or give main scheme 1 more. So I can either gain another acceleration token, or I can exhaust myself. I think we have to go ahead and exhaust ourselves. Yeah, we have to, yeah. Can't take that other acceleration token. That's going to be bad. Okay. Braun can attack. He'll do 1 damage, but that's also going to take 1 threat off the scheme. Then she's going to thwart breaking and taking. So no more of that. And because we're Jennifer Walters, oh, we can switch back if we want. In fact, I think we will. We're going to switch back, and that's going to do 2 damage to Rhino for switching. So thanks for that, Rhino. And I think that'll be the end of our turn. So we'll draw up to 4. We have to do another. We forgot to do another damage to Mockingbird and Braun. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Next turn should end it as long as we survive this. So we're going to do 2 threat on the main scheme. So I'll just add. Yes, it's going to be 1, 2, 3 threat actually. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yikes. Then they're going to attack. So his attack is going to be defended, I think, because we can do an attack. I'm just trying to plan my next turn. Yes, we're going to have Mockingbird defend this attack. So that'd be 3, 4 damage to Mockingbird, so she's gone. Then MODOK attacks, but we're just going to take that damage, bringing me down to 8. Then we have to do 1 event card, and it is the villain attacks you. We're going to let him attack, and we're going to defend with Braun. So that's an attack of 3. That's 3 damage to Braun. That's enough to defeat him. Alright, it is now She-Hulk's turn. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 for drop kick. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. So that's going to bring him down to 2 health. And since we paid with just punches, we get to stun him. Then She-Hulk can do her basic attack to bring his 2 health down to 0, and we won again. That's okay. 2 out of 3 is pretty good, especially given the odds in this particular setup. I really like She-Hulk aggression. I don't like aggression in solo play. That's just like the end of it for me, is that I just don't enjoy aggression in solo play. It's too, there's nothing to manage all of this nasty threat over here. There's nothing to really build up. It's just attack, 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 and hopefully you get enough attacks in to defeat the villain before, they take over the city or whatever it is they're trying to do. I guess he's trying to break in, probably a jailbreak. Anyway, I really enjoy Marvel Champions. I really enjoy the Solo Champions League. You should check it out. There's a link below. If you like the game mat, my Gwent themed game mat here, it's available in my Etsy store. You can find it at the link below as well. Hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed playing, and you have a good night.